to CT Style. According to one study, 1 out of 5 Iraq and Afghanistan veterans suffer from some form of PTSD, and it's really affecting many people here in the United States. And many of them are treated by medication, but our next guest says it's possible to heal through non-drug therapies. Joining me now is Dr. Emma Seppala. Welcome here to CT Style. She's the author of The Happiness Track. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
It's great to have you because you are actually, you're from France, you went to Yale, and now you're living here in Connecticut. So do you have a favorite New Haven pizza spot? Do you have one?
Well, I have a favorite carrot cake spot, which is Claire's.
Claire's. Great restaurant over there near the Yale campus. So this is interesting. While you were doing your graduate study, you came upon this interesting study, and it relates all to PTSD. Tell us about how you came upon this study.
In graduate school, I was actually at Stanford University, and I was looking at the impact of meditation and alternative techniques for well-being, for happiness. And that was also the time we were hearing a lot about veterans and the trauma that they were suffering when they were returning from war. And so I wanted to see if there was a way that we could help them using an alternative technique, in this case, yoga-based breathing. Because a lot of the treatments, drug treatments, therapeutic treatments, don't always work. They do in some cases, and in some cases they don't. So the veterans themselves are asking for alternative techniques that are empowering, that they can do themselves.
Now, how are some of the veterans taking this? Your husband is a veteran. He served 12 years as a Marine, still is a Marine. And how are some of these veterans, when you approach them, when you tell them about the book, The Happiness Track, what's their feedback in terms of saying, hey, this is the traditional way of doing things, take this medication, do this, and now you're saying, no, it's all about how you approach things and how you breathe.
Well, if you have the courage to go to war, you're not the kind of person to like to depend on a thing like a drug or a person. And in many cases, a technique that is breathing based, that you can do yourself, is so empowering. It's something you don't need anyone for. And in our study, we found that a breathing based yoga program that the veterans took only 1 week to learn really decreased their anxiety until the anxiety was normalized, and the benefits were maintained 1 year later. So we worked with an organization, a nonprofit called Project Welcome Home Troops, that offers these workshops free of charge. In fact, also at the West Haven VA. Currently this week there is one happening. So veterans can actually find out information either through contacting me through my website or through Project Welcome Home Troops.
So that's what prompted you to write this entire book, and this doesn't just apply to the veterans and the soldiers. This applies to anybody, whether you're a stay-at-home parent, whether you are retired, whether you're at work right now streaming us live online at WTNH.com. Some of these principles apply. What are some ways that we can quickly and easily just live a happier lifestyle?
Absolutely. I wrote the book because we all have this misconception that in order to be successful as a mom or as an employer or whatever it is, we have to postpone or sacrifice our happiness. But if you look at the data suggests that if we are happier, we're going to be more successful, more creative, have better relationships, be more emotionally intelligent, make better decisions. The list goes on. So a couple things we can do is practices like breathing and meditation are some of the things that I talk about based on my research, but also very simple things like feeling more grateful, remembering all of the gifts that we have on a daily basis are little things that we can do to really boost our well-being. Because research shows 3 times more positive things happen to us every day than negative, and yet we can get so hung up sometimes on the negative.
On what we don't have. It's appreciate to think about what you do have in your life. Very important to keep in mind. Dr. Seppala, thank you so much for joining us here today on CT Style. Make sure you guys check out the book online, Amazon. It is called The Happiness Track. Definitely a must-read for everybody, and she's a Connecticut girl, so make sure that you guys check it out. Now we're going to send things over to Miss Teresa.